A little running, just a little bit. It was like a hop run. Go on back. That's number 2. All right, I know I'm a picky judge. I'm a really good judge, so Mr. Monroe doesn't have more balanced emotions this time. All right. Nice job using that strategy to balance your emotions and hold on to it there. All right, I think you're ready for the next step. Right now, you are standing on the playing field. You are going to get to show me how strong your cooperation muscles are. You will have to show me, okay? Here's how you'll show me. You will follow my directions when you are here on the playing field. If you cannot follow my directions, you will go to a place called the observation deck. We will talk more about that place in a moment. For right now, let's talk about what my directions will sound like. Can you all just take a seat right where you are? Do you mind? Can I have 3 volunteers please stand up? Let's have you 3 boys. Just go ahead and stand up. So this is what my directions will sound like. Don't do anything yet, just listen, okay? So I might say, by the time I count to 5, you will be in a group of 2 or more people. And then I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 3 will show me that they're in a group by facing each other. All facing each other. I'll know they're really agreeing to be part of a group because they'll put their hands on the shoulders next to them, their friends. There you go. So notice how they did it perfectly. They put their hands on the closest shoulder, not the farthest shoulder. If you put your hand on the farthest shoulder, it turns into a hug. When we're not doing hugs, we're just making a group. So this is very nice. Okay. Now, if even one hand is off of a shoulder, like this, just demonstrate for us, the entire class will go to that place, the observation deck, okay? In this challenge, everybody will be able to get into a group. Every challenge I give you, everyone will be able to get into a group. So, if even one person is left out, the entire class goes to the observation deck. It's not that one person's fault. Everybody goes to the observation deck. One more note about this game. You will have to talk. So as I'm counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, you will be talking to one another. What will you say? What if I'm left out here? What might you say to me? Come join our group, right? And they'll open up their arms to me, okay? If I'm standing out here by myself, I might say, I need a group. Can I join your group? Same thing, if they have their hand off my shoulder, what should I say? Put your hand on my shoulder. There you go, right? So you have to make sure that you're talking to one another because if there's somebody left out, it's everybody's responsibility. Understood? Mm-hmm. All right. So everybody will wind up in the observation deck at one point or another. Let me tell you where it is and what you do when you get there. So we have a pretty big class. I want us to draw a little imaginary line from the edge of this desk to this line right here that intersects second and third desk, right here, okay? So everything from here over, including this carpet area, is going to be our observation deck. How cool is it that you have a musician as a teacher? All right.
Do you want me to bring those 2 desks back so that the line is more defined?
You could, yeah, you can break it up so that we
Yeah.
have a little more space. Perfect, as long as that's not an issue when you
No,
play
just like that, so we have that,
Yeah,
the
this
end
is
of
our
these
line.
2 desks.
Make sense? It'll be a little bit squishy, but you'll be able to do it. So when you're in the observation deck, you are not punished, you are not in timeout. This is a place where we go to reflect on what happened on the playing field and how we can do it better next time. You guys can take a seat, just take a load off for a second. When you're here, you have 3 jobs. The first is with your body. You'll sit down. The second is with your voice. You'll turn it off. And the third is with your focal point. You'll make me, or Mr. Marone, your focal point, okay? Really important. 3 things. Sit down, quiet, eyes on focal point. If you are able to do those 3 things, you will be invited back to the playing field. If you cannot do those 3 things, you will stay here in the observation deck. There will be questions that I will ask you when you're in the observation deck, and you will be expected to answer those questions beginning with the word I. That will make more sense to you in a moment. So let me test my directions. By the time I count to 5, without running, pushing, or falling, you will all be seated in the observation deck, doing the 3 things I just mentioned. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the observation deck is not behind the desks. I didn't say that. It's here in front of that desk, but behind these 2. Very nice. So now you have a feel for where it is. Perfect. Good. I see us all sitting, quiet, and you've made me your focal point. How come nobody's crying? What's up with that? Why isn't anyone crying? Is this punishment? Are you in timeout? No, you're still in the game, right? This is kind of like when the football players go to the locker room during halftime and talk about what happened in the first part of the game and how they're going to do better next time. That's all it is. All right, so when you're here, I will ask you questions. What happened? Why didn't you do something about it? And what are you doing to make it better next time? All right, to get from here, the observation deck, back on the playing fields, you need to control your body. You are all strong enough, you showed me, to control your body. So if anybody pushes, falls, shoves, runs, you all come back to the observation deck to talk about how we control our bodies. Let's see how we do. By the time I count to 5, you will be standing back on the playing field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very nice. By the time I get to 5, you're always going to remain frozen and silent. Okay? Not necessarily. I like that you all made a circle, but you don't have to be in a circle for this part. All right, here we go. Ready for the first challenge? By the time I count to 5, you will be in a group that has more than 2 people. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oop, that was a close call. By the time I count to 5, you will be in a group that has more than 5 people. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not quite. Everybody to the observation deck. That was close. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So my friends, what happened? Raise your hand and tell me what happened. Remember to begin your sentence with an I. What happened?
I think that
Someone was left out. What did you do about it? Nothing. What are you going to do next time? What could you do to make sure they know they're welcome in your group? Put your hands on their shoulders. Excellent. What did you do this time?
I think I wasn't touching the other person's correct shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can fix that by checking where my arms are.
Excellent. Any other ideas, or are you ready to play again?
Ready to play.
Real quick.
I think that somebody was maybe like putting on the wrong shoulder, like Shimmy said. So instead of maybe I could remind them. so
That's-
then they could remember.
Because you're allowed to use your voice, right? By the time I come to 5 without running, pushing, or falling, you'll be back on the playing field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By the time I come to 5, you will be in a group with one boy. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, everybody back to the observation deck. That was close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, my friend. Yes, Bryn.
I saw some people left out.
And what did you do about it?
Well, I invited people to our group, but they kept running in different directions.
Oh, so what could you do next time?
Asked them to come.
Ask them to come. If they're running around in different directions, what could you tell them? What words could you say to remind them?
That you need to find a group.
Find a group and maybe do it a little calmly, right? Yes, another idea? Nicole, what happened? What did you do? You didn't put a hand on their shoulder. Why not? I don't know. What are you going to do differently next time? Hand on the shoulder is really important, right?
I think some groups had more than one boy.
Some groups had more than one boy. What did you do about it?
Nothing.
Nothing. What could you have done?
We could have looked around and seen if there was a group that didn't have just one boy.
Right? And could have spread them out a little bit. What did you do?
I think people kind of got confused.
Got trickier, right? I know that you're a really smart group, so I made it a little tricky. Let's try it again. By the time I come to 5 without running, pushing, or falling, you'll be back on the playing field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By the time I come to 5, you will be in a group with at least one girl. At least. 1, 2, 3. You can talk. 4, 5. Calm, focus, and balance. By the time I come to 5, you will be in a group with at least one person wearing a blue shirt. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By the time I count to 5, you will be in a group with at least one person wearing a skirt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By the time I count to 5, you will be in a group with at least one person with